Welcome to Champions Code. I'm your host, Kane Swift. Today on Champions Code, imagine the weight of 8 gold medals, the roar of the crowd, the world at your feet. Then picture yourself plunged into a darkness so profound, it makes you question if life is even worth living. Today, we uncover how even the loftiest achievements can mask the most harrowing internal battles, and the surprising twist that transformed a broken champion into a beacon of hope for millions. The darkness of a Baltimore bedroom holds a secret. Inside, Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian in history, hasn't moved in days. His breaths come in ragged gasps. No food has passed his lips. The world sees 28 Olympic medals. They see the perfect athlete, the swimming machine, the golden boy. But in this moment in 2014, that golden boy is contemplating ending it all. You might wonder how someone who conquered every pool could find himself drowning on dry land. His story holds an answer that could change your life. The words cut through the air like a knife, delivered by a teacher who saw only problems in young Michael's restless energy. ADHD wasn't just a diagnosis, it was a prophecy of failure. Every school day became a battle against his own mind, a storm of impulses he couldn't control. You might recognize this feeling of being boxed in by others' expectations, of being told what you can't do. His mother refused to accept that verdict. At age 7, she introduced him to swimming. The first sessions were disasters. Picture a skinny kid throwing tantrums, screaming until his face turned red, hurling goggles across the pool deck. But then something magical happened. In the water, the chaos in his mind quieted. The constant buzz of thoughts slowed to a peaceful hum. For the first time in his young life, Michael felt in control. They called him Rat because of his prominent ears. Scrawny and awkward on land, he was an easy target for bullies. But in the water, everything changed. That same body that drew taunts on the playground cut through water with unprecedented grace. By age 10, he was nationally ranked. At 15, he made the Olympic team. His weakness had become his superpower. What followed was a training regimen that would break most humans. Imagine swimming 80,000 meters every week. No days off. Not for Christmas, not for birthdays, not for anything, for 5 straight years. Became his mantra. Each lap was a brick in a wall between him and normal life. Each medal a golden shackle. The victories piled up, but so did the cost. After each Olympics, darkness would descend. The pool that once brought peace became a prison of expectations. His relationship with coach Bob Bowman turned volatile. They'd have screaming matches that echoed through empty pools. He'd deliberately change airline seats to avoid sitting near the man who helped build his success. The world saw perfection. Inside, he was crumbling. Beijing 2008 should have been his crowning achievement. 8 gold medals, a feat never achieved before or since. He told the cameras, but imagination couldn't fix what was breaking inside. The higher he climbed, the further he had to fall, and fall he did. If you're enjoying Champions Code, please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code for our free 7-day email course, The Champion's Edge. Learn the elite mindset of warriors like Jordan and Phelps to intelligently outperform. Now, back to the episode. In 2014, his second DUI arrest became front-page news. But the real story wasn't the arrest. It was the complete surrender that followed. He later revealed, the man who seemed to have everything believed the world would be better off without him. This wasn't just a fall from grace, it was a complete collapse of identity. Checking into rehab terrified him more than any Olympic final. For 45 days, he faced something scarier than any competitor, himself. No gold medals could shield him from this truth. No world records could silence the demons. In that facility, stripped of all his accolades, he discovered something profound. Being Michael Phelps the person was harder than being Michael Phelps the swimmer. He says of his therapy journey, "The man who once saw vulnerability as weakness began to understand it as strength." The same dedication that drove him to Olympic glory now drove him towards something more valuable: inner peace. You might recognize this moment in your own life, when you realize that your greatest challenge isn't achieving success, but finding meaning within it. Today, Michael Phelps isn't just an Olympic legend. Through his foundation, he's introduced over 15,000 children to swimming. But his most important work happens when he speaks about mental health. The man who once hid his struggles now uses them to light the way for others. Remember that dark bedroom in Baltimore, that moment of complete despair? It wasn't the end of his story. It was the beginning of his most important race, the one back to himself. His greatest victory wasn't winning 28 Olympic medals. It was finding the courage to say, "It's okay to not be okay," and meaning it. This isn't just about Michael Phelps. It's about you. What if your greatest struggle, the thing you're most ashamed of, the battle you fight in private, could become your greatest gift to the world? What if, like Phelps, you could transform your darkest moments into light for others? The question isn't whether you'll face adversity. The question is what you'll do with it. Will you hide it behind achievements and accolades? Or will you have the courage to use it to connect, to help, to heal? Your struggles, like Phelps's, might just be the key to your most meaningful contribution to the world. Remember, the same water that threatens to drown you can become the medium through which you learn to fly. The choice is yours. What will you do with your deep end? On the next episode of Champions Code, imagine if, after conquering the impossible in the pool, one man decided to step into an entirely different ring. From the waves of triumph and despair we've witnessed with Michael Phelps, let's now delve into the world of combat sports where another legend, still unknown to you, will leave an indelible mark on both the physical arena and the global stage. Next week, we uncover the truth about what happens when a young boxer transforms not just his sport, but the very fabric of society itself. Don't miss out on this incredible journey as we explore the power of conviction in combat sports through our upcoming hero's life. Please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code, or follow the pinned link to get our free 7-day email course, The Champion's Edge. 7 days, 7 champion habits. Train your mind like an Olympian and outmaneuver competitors while putting in less effort. Click the video that just popped up to watch the next one in this series. Or for episode summaries, behind-the-scenes info, and more, go to daily8.com/cc. Thanks for watching.